Welcome to A Life True to You. My name is Dr. Jillian Rigert, and this community is here to support people who are navigating the question of who am I? What actually matters in my life? What is the purpose of life? What's the point? I originally started this channel as part of my own healing journey after I lost myself and I had lost a desire to live. I had originally thought that I needed to become an Air Force oral maxillofacial surgeon to have a sense of value and worth in the world. And the most catalytic times in my life came when I was an oral surgery resident. And during long times of sleep deprivation, I questioned whether or not I could remain in that career path and stay alive. At that time, leaving surgery meant abandoning what I thought I needed to become in order to have a sense of value and worth in the world. If I'm not an oral maxillofacial surgeon, then who am I? If I am not going to become what I think I need to become in order to have a sense of worth and value in the world, will I always feel like I'm not worthy, like I'm not enough? When I had those questions early and throughout my recovery journey, when they surface, the pain associated with them is that pain of shame, that pain that many of us feel if we feel that our worth is attached to our achievements, if we feel our worth is contingent on what we do. In the conversations I have with guests here, the overall premise is to see we are much more than our career titles. If you are feeling like you can't change careers or that your worth is dependent on your achievements, I'm curious how that impacts you. I invite guests on who explore that question, who had the attachment with the achievements that I did and realized it was leading to this chronic feeling of never enough, which is really a painful feeling, often associated with shame. And when we are stuck in shame, we often isolate. That's exactly where shame thrives. Shame heals in connection with others who are compassionate, curious, non-judgmental. Shame heals when it's brought to light. When I left oral maxillofacial surgery, I did it because I thought if I stayed, I wasn't going to survive. However, when I left, that's not when my healing began. Things got worse before they got better. The reason is because when I left surgery, one, I was leaving the thing that I thought was necessary for me to obtain a sense of worth. And when it was no longer a part of my journey, I thought I will never achieve a sense of worth. Then add the layer of I quit. In my mind, quitting was the ultimate failure. Then add another layer of now I disappointed my residency team. And then add another layer of I disappointed the military. And then add another layer of getting help for my mental health and having labels slapped on me and the stigma that brought and the meaning that I made from it. And then add the other layer of being inpatient in a psychiatry unit and losing my sense of agency and feeling that the exact medical system that I was training in was causing many patients like myself harm. The inpatient stay saved my life, and also the lack of feeling like I was treated like a human left those long-lasting scars. Navigating all these complex feelings and the emotions was much more difficult when I did it alone. Doing it alone often leads to higher risks. Those risks can mean that people are suffering in silence, and if they're suffering in silence, they may ultimately feel the pain is too much and take their own life. I am transparent with my own journey, with contemplating taking my own life, because one story saved my life. Losing my career was devastating for the military career, and it also brought a sense of freedom, When people are in the military, they are afraid to speak of their own suffering because they risk losing their career. When people are in medicine, they're afraid to speak of their own suffering for fear of judgment and for fear of what it will do to their license and career. So we suffer in silence. And the individuals with higher risk of suicide are the same people navigating the cultures of silence. So this community is here to support you. If you don't feel safe speaking up, you know where you can come to hear stories that might resonate with you. You can reach out, ask me to talk about certain topics that would be helpful. Of course, it will never be offered as medical, dental, or behavioral health advice. And I value the opportunity to contemplate these topics aloud in a community so you have that sense of support. If that aligns for you, I invite you to check out the interview, see whose might resonate for you. Take what you need in these moments. If you have specific topics you want us to be talking about on this channel, please share them in the comments below. Any reflections that you have, I value hearing from you. And creating this is more than just me putting out videos, but also hearing from you. Hearing what resonates, hearing what doesn't, hearing what things you thought were valuable, things that you felt were contributing to more harm, which we never ever want to do here. And it's a risk. I'm not sure how things will land for you, and I love to hear about it so that I know. If you think this community would be helpful, I invite you to subscribe to the channel so you get notified of when the videos come up, and also supports the channel and me knowing that what I'm putting out is of value to you. I also invite you to reach out to me. If you don't feel comfortable sharing your comments publicly, reach out. The email is in this description. You can ask me certain topics. Again, I can't offer personal advice, and I know your questions. You give me permission to talk about those topics openly here can help so many others who have very similar questions, who might be navigating so much that aligns with your life journey. I look forward to hearing from you and being back here after my year-long internship in marriage and family therapy. Both took me back away from these recordings and also helped me to ground in what I wanted to offer when I came back. So thank you for sticking around if you have. Thank you for being here if you're new. I'm grateful for this community. I'm grateful for you. And until next time, thanks for being here.